Hi everyone, I'm Catherine with Free Tours by Foot. While New York can be a very expensive place to visit, there are numerous free things to do in New York City, and one of the very best free things that you can do is attend a taping of a TV show. It's a great experience to get a behind-the-scenes look at what putting together your favorite show looks like. Now, there are a lot of options for shows that you could go see. Some of them are the late night shows, like Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. And there's some daytime options as well, such as the Today Show and Good Morning America. And while each show has their own procedures for how to get tickets, and some of them are very unique, there are some commonalities in how to get tickets to some of these popular shows. And so we're going to go through in this video what some of those general terms as far as getting tickets are, and some of the things that you can expect when you get there to your taping. We will have individual videos on some of these most popular shows detailing the ins and outs of the procedures for that specific show. So definitely keep an eye out for those. They will be coming up. But something really important to know is this is a very popular activity. There's a lot of competition to get tickets. So make sure you really pay attention to when tickets are released for the show that you want to see, because there will probably be a lot of other people trying to get them. For ticketing in general, tickets can be requested online through that show's site. Some of them go through an external website. Tickets typically come available 1 to 2 months ahead of the show date, depending on the individual show. So you do want to plan ahead a little bit, but for a lot of them, it is possible to really plan going to that show as a part of your trip. Now, while most of them are done online and can be done 1 to 2 months in advance, there are definitely some outliers, some shows with some sort of unique policies. Seth Meyers, for example, doesn't go through a website. You actually have to call a phone number and request your tickets. Another one with a pretty unique policy is Saturday Night Live, a very popular one. Their tickets are only released via lottery system. You do not get to select a specific date. You get what you get, and that lottery is usually only open in the month of August. So some of them do have a slightly different policy, but for the most part, you can request these online 1 to 2 months in advance. Some shows, like the Today Show, don't even have tickets. The crowd that attends the taping actually stands outside in the plaza in Rockefeller Center, holding signs and having a great time. And while you don't have to have a ticket, even with the Today Show, they still recommend RSVPing in advance. It just helps make that ticketing, that check-in process when you arrive there go much smoother. So even for that one, you don't have to have a ticket. You really should RSVP in advance. Now, some of the shows, like The Daily Show, have standby tickets, and those standby tickets are released for The Daily Show, for example, at 2:30 in the afternoon when the taping is going to happen. Now, standby tickets are very popular. They're very sought after. So if you want to get one and you want a chance of getting in, I highly recommend getting there well before 2:30 to stand in that line. Something else to know about some of these TV show tapings is some of them do have age limits. Many are 18 and up, some are 16 and up. So it is something you want to check if you are traveling with a group of people and not everybody is over the age of 18. Make sure you check out that specific show, see if they have an age limit. Something else you're going to want to consider, again, with how many people you might be traveling with, is several of these shows have a limit on how many tickets you can request. For a lot of them, it's 4 tickets. For some, it's only 2 tickets. So if you're traveling with a lot of people and everybody wants to go do this, you might have to coordinate a little bit, because each person will only be able to get a certain number of tickets. So, if you have gotten your tickets, wonderful, hooray, you're going to have a great time. Here is some of what you can generally expect when you arrive for your taping. Now again, every show is unique. Make sure you check that specific show's website, but there are some commonalities amongst many of these. We have an accompanying blog post that goes with this video as well, going over some of these general rules regarding TV show tapings. Check that out, as well as our blog posts about the individual shows themselves, and you'll get plenty of information, all the ins and outs, and what you can expect and what you need to plan for. Now, one of the biggest things I would encourage you to consider when you're planning your visit is the length that it will take you to attend one of these tapings is not just the length of the show itself. For a lot of them, you can expect the check-in, the security, getting everybody seated to take up to 2 hours. So add that 2 hours on to the actual length of the show itself, and it can be a good chunk of your day. And something else to know, if you're planning on attending a taping of a late night show, even if these shows air late at night, that is not when they film. Most of them actually film in the late afternoon, and so that check-in process will begin in the afternoon. So plan on spending the majority of your afternoon and your early evening attending that taping. Now for the morning shows like Good Morning America or the Today Show, plan on getting up very, very early. These shows, again, because of the check-in and when they actually tape, you will need to get up very early so that you can check in, go through security. But the good news is, for most of those, you'll be finished up and it will still be morning, so you'll have plenty of time to plan the rest of your day out. Speaking of security screenings, I've mentioned it a couple of times. Definitely something to know is that every single one of these shows, you will go through some kind of a security screening. And for some of the shows, there are certain items they won't let you bring in. It does vary from show to show, but many of them will not allow you to bring in food or drinks, obviously no weapons, but some of them won't even allow you to bring large bags with you. So make sure you check out the policies for that specific show so that you don't bring anything along that you will not be able to bring inside. Many of the shows, as of taping this in fall of 2022, also have COVID policies in place. Many of them will require some kind of proof of vaccination. So again, make sure you have with you whatever documentation they're going to require so that you don't have any obstacles as you're going through that check-in process. Something else to consider is many of these TV show tapings happen in Midtown Manhattan, and it's a great neighborhood to explore a little bit more. Check out our video that we have on Midtown Manhattan, our virtual tours that we have through here, or consider joining one of our group Pay What You Wish walking tours in the neighborhood so that you can learn a little bit more about it. That's some of what you need to know to go to a TV show taping. Like I said, things do vary a bit from show to show. Keep an eye out for other videos that we'll have coming out. We hope that this has helped you so that you can plan attending a taping of your favorite TV show when you come and visit New York City. We'll see you soon.